you're serious about building your business and you want to get your website built as quickly, confidently, and easily as possible. And that's the purpose of this next 10-minute video. So the first thing you want to do before you start filling out all these spaces is let's just build our content. So open up a Word document or any other type of document that you're comfortable with, and then type these headlines on it, what I have here in bold. And you can stop this video if you want, but go ahead and type those in, and then you're simply going to address each one of them in this document, and then we'll copy and paste this into the website format. So if you don't have your company name, go back and visit step 3 and take care of that. Here you're going to put your headline in. This is a call to action. This is an attention getter. We already talked a little bit about it in our first video. The why I started my business is, the why behind you and your business. What's your mission? What's your vision? What's the reason? Why would a parent call you versus somebody else? Then you're going to talk about yourself. I know everybody doesn't like to do that, but this is your opportunity to do that. You're going to talk and tell parents and students about your background, your experience, what you do that makes you special. Any other products and services that you offer. Do you teach online? Do you teach in person? Do you do both? What geographical area do you cover? Do you cover just Scottsdale? Do you cover the whole Metro Phoenix area, Northern Arizona, Flagstaff? What areas, what cities do you cover? And then be sure and check your spelling and grammar, and don't use all caps. Nobody likes to be yelled at in a website. The last piece of content that you're going to put in are references. So if you haven't been teaching, you might need to find some friends and family that can write a nice reference. If you've been teaching, you might have references already, particularly if you have pictures of you teaching in action with students. Be sure to get the parents' permission, written permission, like an email, to use that, because this will be public, and gather those up. But you can put a few references in here. You have up to 3. And I can actually show you how to make those pretty using Canva, but that'll be the next video. The last thing you want to do is visit all your social media sites and then copy the URLs, the links that are up at the top for your Facebook, LinkedIn, if you have Pinterest, Instagram, any of those social medias. Go ahead and grab your links, because you're going to need those. So now save this document and put it aside for a moment, and we're going to come back to it. So when you look through the instructions, you're going to see some links in here, and let's just talk about these 3 links. You do not have to have a custom domain at this point. When you sign up and get your website up and running, you automatically get a free domain. It's going to use whatever you put in for your company name, and it's going to have this ESA connection extension on it. If you want a custom domain and don't have one, you can get one here. You'll get it from GoDaddy if you click here. If you already have a custom domain and you want to use that, click here, and you'll find the instructions to walk you through that. And if you have a domain and a website and you want to keep that, you still want a website on ESA Connection, then click here and we'll tie the 2 together so you can send traffic back and forth to each website. You'll notice there's an image sizer in here. We're going to use that. There's a free logo maker if you want that. And then down below, and where we're going to head next, is a royalty-free site for photos. So if you click on this, you're going to go to Pexels, and you're going to want to sign up. It's free, but there are just tons of educational photos here and all kinds of photos. And what you're going to do is just click and drag those photos to your desktop, and they'll look something like this when they hit your desktop, and then you can actually click on it and rename them. And then so you might want to grab 10 or 20 of those. If you have photos on your phone, you can send those to yourself, email, AirDrop, but put those all in a folder on your desktop, because we're going to use those here in a moment. So once you have your photos all ready to go, then we're going to use this image resizer, and we're going to make sure each one of them is 1280 or less. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use the photos in this website build tool. So you simply drag the photos that you did into the resizing tool, and you can see in this case they're both, the height and the width is less than 1280. So if any one of those is bigger than 1280, change the bigger one to 1280, and it will automatically adjust the other one. and then you're going to hit resize. It's going to process the photo, then you're going to download it. Now you simply grab it here and drag it up, and then you can just save it over the top or maybe rename it if you want to keep both of them, and do that for every one of your photos. You're going to resize them and make sure they're less than 1280. The last thing you're going to do is create a banner. So how you do that is you hit crop image right here, and I think that's right, and you're going to grab a photo and you're going to stick it right in here. And what the secret to a banner is, it is 3 times the length as it is the width. So you're just going to crop this until you get that to 3 size the size of your height, and then go ahead and crop it. Now what you really want to do is grab one you've already resized, and then you just move it up, and now you're ready to go. So you can, if you want, you can create a couple of banners while you're here. You might as well, and that way you'll have them. You can change your website up from time to time, because the cool thing about your website, and it will look like this once we're done with it, is you can go in at any time for free and edit your website just by hitting this button here. It takes you right back to this list, and you can change photos, you can change text, and you can do that very quickly and for free, which is really cool. If you've ever had a website and had to go through a developer, it can be expensive and you may have to wait. So that's a really nice feature for you. So now you're ready to build, and then you're simply going to take the content from your Word document and you're going to copy and paste it into your website. And you're going to do that for each one of these text areas. And then you're going to go down and you're going to do that for your social media links. And this is optional. Some people may not want their phone number and address and email out there, but you can input those here. And if you hit submit now, that's fine. You're just going to need to hit the edit button, which is right here on top, and go back in and add your photos. Or you can now go up to the top and we could start to add our photos. We're going to wait on the logo here for a moment, but the first time we click, you're going to notice that you have a media library and yours is going to be empty. And this is the cool thing. Now you're just going to start dragging all your resized photos into this. If you happen to grab a photo that's too big, you're going to see it's going to gray out and you won't be able to use it. So that's why you want to do your resizing. And just load this thing up with 10, 20 photos. You can see it's got a date thing here. I just have it on all dates, and now it's here. It's ready for you. Anytime you want to change out photos, you're ready to go and do that. So you're gonna choose a photo. Let's just choose this one, select, and it's that easy. So I'm just gonna go through, and my profile image is gonna be my banner. So I want to be sure and select that, and you can choose your colors as well. So if I want to change that to black, I just simply click on that there. My business title, I can change that as well, but you're going to just go in and add your photos. So maybe that's you teaching. So, and just go through each one of these and add your photos, and what you're going to end up with is a website that looks like this. You'll see a green banner. It just means that it's saved. You can click a little X over here and get rid of it. And if you don't like a color, you don't like the color of this banner, you don't like the color of the text, you can go back in by hitting this edit and change it. But you have now almost made your website in less than probably an hour or so, depending on how good you are and with coming up with your context. So the next video, we're going to talk about making your logo. Thank you very much, and enjoy your brand new website.